Hello guys, and welcome back to Entirely Elon Musk.
Back in 2020, electric car legend and the internet's favorite tech god Elon Musk dismissed the use of hydrogen for cars. And he even went as far as referring to hydrogen cells as fuel cells instead of fuel cells. Oh Elon, how the tables have turned. Now in 2022, the Tesla founder has seemed to change his mind and has shocked the world by tweeting that by 2024, Tesla will switch to hydrogen. Before we get into the Elon Musk vs. hydrogen fuel drama, let us give you a quick rundown of what hydrogen fuel actually is and why it will be the future of the automobile industry. Within a fuel cell, hydrogen works as a clean fuel that only creates water when burned. Several home energy sources, including natural gas, nuclear energy, biomass, and renewable energy sources like solar and wind, can be used to manufacture hydrogen. It is a desirable fuel choice for transportation and electricity generating applications because of these characteristics. There are numerous uses for it, including in homes, cars, and portable electricity. On top of that, energy created from other sources can be transported and stored using hydrogen. Sounds great, doesn't it? And this is exactly why many petrol heads who actually care about the environment are pushing towards this change. Now, Musk has announced that the first Tesla vehicle to be powered by this fuel will be called Model H. Surely, the first hydrogen-powered vehicle isn't going to be Tesla's. In fact, a version was created all the way back in 1807. The automobile was an internal combustion engine and not a fuel cell car. That's already pretty advanced for the 19th century. François Isaac de Rivas, a Swiss inventor, created the first four-wheel prototype that ran on hydrogen and oxygen gas. An electrical Volta starter served as the ignition for the hydrogen gas, which was housed in a balloon. Now for our era, this may seem like some college kid's project, but for the time, it was innovative as hell. However, the first modern hydrogen-powered vehicle wouldn't arrive until 200 years later. In place of a combustion engine, Tesla's Model H will feature a hydrogen fuel cell mechanism. The combustion engine works much like your regular petrol engine, except of course, the petrol will be replaced with hydrogen. However, this method is not great for the environment and would actually contribute even more to the world's carbon emissions. And of course, that is the very fight Tesla's trying to fight. Therefore, Tesla would most likely use a fuel cell powered by hydrogen as opposed to getting the energy from a battery. Let us explain to you the technicalities a bit. Fuel cell electric vehicles, or FCEVs, use electricity to power an electric motor, just like fully electric vehicles do. But unlike other electric vehicles, FCEVs produce their own electricity through the use of a fuel cell powered by hydrogen rather than relying solely on a lithium-ion battery. The size of the electric motors that get electric power from the suitably sized fuel cell and battery combination defines the power of the vehicle during the vehicle design phase, which is decided by the vehicle manufacturer. Now enough with all the sciencey stuff, let's get into what this car will actually look like. Being Tesla's first hydrogen car, the design will definitely be making headlines. The car is a race-based model, so it naturally has a lot of vents and splitter wings that can truly capture the beast that it is. And guess what? Say goodbye to those boring old side mirrors, because this baby comes with cameras instead. In fact, the driver won't even have to turn left or right to check activity, since two screens displaying either side will do all the work for him. Model H will be powered by 6 electric motors. What's more is that the car will be so powerful that it will provide a crazy speed boost of 60 miles per hour in just 1.2 seconds. God, that's the stuff dreams are made of! With all of these cool features packed into the perfect package, there's no way Tesla would compromise on comfort. This vehicle will be a basic 5-seater, but will also be available in a 7-seat option for the bigger groups out there. Remember when we said that hydrogen fuel cells produce clean water? Well, we weren't joking. Science is a crazy thing. You would actually be able to drink the output of this car since it would be crystal clear water. It can even be piped to the car if someone's in the mood for a refreshing drink. Never in a million years would anyone have predicted this type of innovation, but here we are, living in the golden age. Next up, we have the Model 2, which is predicted to be launched in 2025. Similar to the Model H, it will also be powered by hydrogen and will provide an expected 400-mile range. This car will truly be an industry innovator since it will be Tesla's option of a relatively budget-friendly hydrogen car. At the moment, hydrogen cars are way more expensive than EVs, which might be the reason you don't see them on the road that much. The biggest reason is that they're more expensive to fuel than your regular combustion cars. These cars are getting crazier and crazier, right? But that's exactly what we expect from one of the most creative geniuses of our time, aka Mr. Musk. Keep watching to find out about the next car in the hydrogen line, which requires you to take a drug before driving it. Moving on to the car that will probably cement hydrogen cars as the replacement for EVs is the Model O. This beauty will include an upgraded Hindenburg mode capable of record-breaking speed bursts of 60 miles per hour in just 0.2 seconds. You may think this is a dream, but it will be a reality in 2027. Coming back to that speed thing, sounds a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? Well, it kind of is. We're not saying it's impossible, but going to such a high speed in such a short span of time isn't something our bodies are used to. Therefore, if you want to activate this mode, you'll have to take a special drug to prevent brain aneurysms. Moving forward, the biggest hurdle at the moment for Tesla is investment. Sure, everything sounds good in theory, but millions or even billions of dollars need to flow in to turn this dream into reality. Hydrogen is expensive to get since only a limited amount is available to us on Earth. On top of that, loads of funding is required for research and development since this concept is still not set in stone. So it's not just Musk or Tesla that needs to make the push, but policymakers and political figures too. Another issue is the lack of hydrogen stations, which is what many hydrogen fuel enthusiasts have been complaining about. On top of all that, hydrogen is very hard to move around. When it comes to oil, it can be easily sent through pipelines. Then, with coal, it can easily be carried off on the back of trucks. But when talking about hydrogen, just moving even small amounts is a very expensive matter. For that reason alone, the transport and storage of such a substance is deemed impractical, and why Musk saw it as such a headache in the past. But despite all this, the pros seem to significantly outweigh the cons. As we already discussed, hydrogen fuel would be incredibly environmentally friendly. Usually for a fuel source, hydrogen is not harmful. Others, including coal, nuclear power, and gasoline, are either toxic or are found in dangerous circumstances. Hydrogen may be used in ways that other fuels just cannot match because it is just that environmentally beneficial. Another pro is that it is way more efficient than our traditional options. Hydrogen is substantially more fuel efficient than gas or diesel because it can create more energy per pound of fuel. This means that a car running on hydrogen will be able to travel further than one using a more conventional fuel source while carrying the same quantity of fuel. For instance, a traditional combustion-based power plant typically produces electricity with an efficiency of 33 to 35%. Compared to that, hydrogen fuel cells are capable of generating electricity up to 65% efficiency. It seems that hydrogen-fueled cars are definitely what the future is moving towards, and with Musk's backing, the push will happen even faster. And with that, today's video comes to an end. Let us know in the comments down below if you think the future is heading towards hydrogen fuel cells. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching.